If you've ever run an online ad, you know that feeling of just drowning in data. Well, today, we're going to cut through all that noise and focus on one single metric that can absolutely make or break your budget: cost per click, or CPC.
And really, this is the question at the heart of it all, isn't it? It's not about finding the cheapest click out there. It's about finding the right click. The one that turns every dollar you spend into actual real growth for your business.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the basics. What even is CPC? Then we're going to figure out the secret to what makes a good CPC, peek behind the curtain at what drives up the cost, and then share some real, actionable ways to lower it. And finally, we'll get to what I think is the most important part: how to track the true value that every single click brings you. All right, first things first. Before we can even start talking about optimizing your CPC, we all need to be on the exact same page about what it actually is. So, to put it simply, CPC is a performance-based metric. See, you're not just paying for your ad to be seen, you're paying when someone actually takes an action and clicks on it to learn more. It's a direct measure of how engaged people are.
And this really gets to the core strategic choice you're making. With CPC, you're basically buying an action, a click, a potential customer walking through your digital door. With CPM, you're just buying eyeballs, awareness, exposure. Now, both are totally valid, but if your goal is to get immediate results, well, CPC is where the action's at. Okay, so that leads to the million-dollar question, right? What is a good CPC? And, the maybe frustrating but totally honest answer is, well, it completely depends. Yeah, and this chart just shows you exactly what I mean. For an e-commerce store, a $2 CPC might feel a little steep, but in these super competitive industries like finance or healthcare, that same $2 click, that would be an unbelievable bargain. Context is absolutely everything. It's so tempting to just chase the lowest number you could find. But that, my friends, is a classic trap. A super cheap click that never ever turns into a sale is completely worthless. On the flip side, a really expensive click that brings in a high-value customer, that can be incredibly profitable. Right, so here's the bottom line. The goal isn't just a low cost. The real goal is profitability. The question you should always be asking yourself is this click actually making me money? All right, so now that we've got some context, let's kind of peek behind the curtain and look at the key factors that actually decide the price you pay in that ad auction. Because believe me, it's about a lot more than just your bid.
So here's something you've got to understand. Ad platforms like Google, they want to show users great ads. It makes for a better experience. So they'll actually reward you for it. If you have a high-quality, super relevant ad, they'll often give you a bit of a discount on your clicks. But it's not just about quality. Your bidding strategy, who you're targeting, and even where the ad shows up all get mixed into that final price you pay. Okay, so that's the theory. Let's get practical. How can you actually take all this information and use it to lower your CPC and, get better results? Now, before you even think about touching your ad campaign settings, you have to start right here. Look, your ad's job is to get the click. That's it. But it's your landing page, your website, your messaging, that's what gets the conversion. Optimizing your website experience is often the single most powerful thing you can do to make your ad spend more efficient. Okay, so once your website is actually ready to convert people, then you can focus on the ad platform itself with these 4 key tactics. First, take back control with manual bidding. Second, broaden your keywords a bit. Give the platform more chances to find some new, cost-effective traffic. Third, and this is a big one, make sure your tracking is flawless because, garbage data in means garbage results out. And finally, you have to adopt the mindset of just constant testing and improvement. And that brings us to our final section, which, honestly, I would argue is the most important one of all. We need to shift our entire perspective away from just focusing on cost and start focusing on profit. Seriously, this is the question that should guide every single decision you make in your ad accounts. A click is just a visitor. A profit is what keeps your business running. And they are absolutely not the same thing. Look, to really get the full picture, you have to go deeper than just revenue. Net profit on ad spend means you're accounting for all your costs, the cost of the product itself, shipping, any transaction fees, all that stuff. It's only then that you can truly see if a conversion from a click was actually genuinely profitable. So, if there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this right here. A good CPC isn't some number you find on a chart online. It's the number that allows your business to grow profitably. It's a means to an end, not the end itself.
So as you head back to look at your ad campaigns, I want you to leave with this final question in your mind. Let this be your new North Star. Because when you start focusing on answering this, you're not just optimizing clicks anymore. You're optimizing your entire business for real, sustainable growth.